Hello everyone from Chelsea Fan TV. I'm here with Nina. Nina, brand new scarf. You would have thought maybe the result could have changed as well, but same old, same old. Another day, another loss for Chelsea Football Club. A lot of people in the comments against Madrid, they criticised me because I say we lose every week. I'm not exactly wrong, am I?
No, it's fact. Like you said, another day, another L. It's just a different team, or should I say another team that has done a double over us. There you go. And you know what? Today could have been a massacre. It could have been another 4-1, potentially. And I'd say that Kepa, say what you want about Kepa, but he really, really saved our asses in that game, because that was like 3 crucial saves. So we're looking at another kind of potential 5-1 maybe even. And you know, Brighton were actually sloppy with some of the finishes as well, so we weren't really punished as much as we should have been. And I say should have been because there was some absolutely awful football, or should I say no football, because Alex, I don't really know what we're building on here, but we're kind of losing the basic, very simple basics of football. You know, I'm talking passes, stringing passes, dribbling without being tackled immediately and being dispossessed. It's awful. It is awful. And you know what? Forget the results and forget the crap performances. We know we lose every week, but I keep saying this. You can't blame the fans for selling their tickets and not coming to the games when you're not even going to turn up and try and put some effort in. You know, forget the results and forget the defeats, because frankly, we're here to support the club through that, aren't we? Because that's what we are. We're real supporters. However, if you're coming out, you're walking on the pitch, your head is down, your body language speaks nothing but just laziness, and you can't be bothered, and that you'd rather be anywhere else, then how dare you expect us to clap you at the end? And it's just ridiculous, really, and you hope for something better, and it's just the same. I mean, looking at the lineup, I think Frank was obviously resting some players for Tuesday, but really, is there a point to rest those players? Come on, I think we all know what's coming on Tuesday, and I'd love to be delusional and hopeful and say we'll turn it around, but honestly, those days are over. And I was really, really thinking and contemplating about going to that game, but considering it might be the last Champions League game we play, I'm going, Alex, because God knows when the next one will be. And yeah, frankly, looking at the front three, Sterling and Pulisic might as well have been in different shirts in that game, because I don't think there was one pass made there at all. Playing it forwards football, what forwards football? I mean, we had all of our almost 9-10 men kind of in our half, and about 1 or 2 up in Brighton's, and really it was nothing. You know, yeah, Brighton played some good football, but we couldn't even challenge them even the slightest bit. You know, we're just that joke of a club now, where they're mocking us, they're wasting time, they're walking off the pitch, they're, you know, pretending to go down, and it's just ridiculous, really. It's just you're literally getting mocked, and frankly, there's nothing you can do about it. And you know, like I said, I'm not Aubameyang's biggest supporter, but the guy literally warmed up and went to sit back down. You made 4 subs at the same time. Aubameyang should have surely been among those subs. And you know, like I said, I'm not his biggest supporter, but in a game like that where Pulisic and Sterling can't meet a corner, like header a corner in, for example. Aubameyang's a little bit taller, and he's a striker. He's that man in the centre that could potentially be meeting some of those balls. But instead, we've got all our men in front, no one running in behind, nobody trying to overlap, nobody doing anything. And on a counter-attack, we're walking. What is that? What is that? Walking, you know? There is no desire. We score a goal, haven't scored in ages, celebrating it. You should have everything to play for, want to turn it around, to score another, or at least defend it. But no, we're scared, Alex, and now we're doing that more and more every game, as we're scared, and you can see it. We're sitting back, we're shaking. I saw Gallagher literally freeze in front of goal. He literally froze, turned, and nothing, you know.
And he was never going to shoot on his left foot, was he?
He was never going to shoot on his left foot, and that's the problem. Let's put some praise on Mudrik's name today, though, because I want to keep it at least a little bit positive. Obviously, he worked his magic for that first goal. All the credit goes to him, because obviously it was a deflection for it to go in after. But fair enough. And he had a shot miles off outside the box in the second half as well. Unlucky, but you've got to try at the end of the day. You know, I said this against Madrid. No one's taking responsibility to shoot. When you're in a position like that, stop turning around and spinning like a fidget spinner. Have a shot. Stop looking left and right and backwards, because then it ends back in our back line. And what are you meant to do from that? So that's what I'm getting. We're scared. There's no effort. And frankly, there's no game plan either. There's no idea. There is no tactics. I'm not seeing anything being changed from the manager's talks at half time. There's none of that. None of that. And clearly, I'm another deluded fan that thought Lampard would lift the spirit in the club, but
He did for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, for about 5 minutes when we were singing Super Frank, welcoming him back, and it was all smiles. But I'm worried now because I think there's something deeper going on at the club, something that we're not seeing, some massive issues in the dressing room, issues with confidence, issues with self-esteem. Because come on, you're not telling me we spent so much money on such good quality and they can't really play basic football. You know, we're not even competing to look like anything of a worthy top 6 team. There's none of that.
Top 10 team.
Top 10 team, well, there you go. And now we're playing all the top 6 teams coming up. You know, some of them have already had a go at us already. Perhaps they'll be able to add themselves to the list of the double that they've done over Chelsea this season. I don't know. But I don't think I'm expecting anything else from the season. I'm just going to go and enjoy what might be the last of a Champions League game, and then we go from there.
Well, last of the European by the looks of it. Honestly, just to be clear, I'm past the point of being angry. I'm just, I'm deflated. But otherwise, I couldn't come here because what people don't understand is this is my 6th interview of the day. I'm listening to people criticising the club, and they're right. You're all right. You're not wrong. But I mean, I can't see anything changing anytime soon. We can't spend what we spent last summer because of FFP. We have to get rid of players. So I'm trying to figure out how we can actually turn the situation around, because even when we get a new gaffer, we have to get rid of a lot of players anyway to generate revenue, and then we cannot spend money because otherwise we're going to be in more problems because of FFP.
No, perhaps you're right. I think a clear out of some of the squad is going to be a good starting point in the summer, because we're bringing on players that should have left a season ago. You know, I'm talking Ziyech, someone that literally said, I want to leave Chelsea, and we're bringing him in on hopes of turning things around. It's not going to happen. If you don't want to play, it shows. It translates on the pitch as well. Your attitude shows it. Your body language shows it. Pulisic as well, walking, literally facing down on the ground, and it's just like, we don't have players that want to be playing for the badge in the club, and we're losing more and more of them by the day. And I just can't really imagine how the players that we've brought in and that are settling in and integrating themselves, I don't imagine who they're taking example from. Where are those leaders that are showing what it means to settle into Chelsea Football Club, what it means to play for Chelsea Football Club? And that's really, really worrying. You know, Azpilicueta is going to go soon as well. He's arguably what you could say is the last of maybe what is, you know, the old Chelsea, or at least has played in a Chelsea.
Proper Chelsea.
Proper Chelsea, yeah. The one that's literally won it all and has literally known what it feels like to play for Chelsea for that many years, and that's it. So it's frightening, really. I'm scared. I'd say people are saying end the season already, but what about next season? Because what happens from here on? Yeah, okay, a new manager's going to come in, but then they've got to pick up this whole massive mess. You could have all the class, all the experience in your back locker, but if you don't have players that are willing to play and that want to learn and want to turn this around, it's useless. That's why I literally don't believe that the world-class manager, whether it's Enrique, whether it's Nagelsmann, if the players aren't up for it, it doesn't matter who you've got, and I seriously think it. And it could be motivation, and you're right, he could install that, but if we're playing and we're showing that effort there, then they've already written the season off, Alex. Forget us fans, the players have written the season off.